Up in the sky, a bird, a plane, nope. Another light streaking across our sky, this time in the Bay Area. Good evening, I'm Ken Bastida.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. As the sky lit up, so did our phones, emails, and Twitter posts came pouring in about a streak of light over the Bay Area tonight. KPIX5's David Jackson saw it with his own eyes. He'll describe it in a minute. But first, Kristen Ayers talked to astronomers tonight. Kristen?
That's right. Scientists at Chabot Space and Science Center telling me tonight that the streak they saw across the sky was likely what's called a small sporadic meteor. That means it was not part of a larger meteor shower. Now, some of those reports of seeing that meteor started coming in around 7:42 this evening. People reporting it on Twitter and calling it at KPIX5 to tell us they saw it. The American Meteor Society had at least 20 reports on its website, and they said it was seen all across the West Coast, from Seattle all the way down to Big Sur. So lots of those reports pouring in all evening. Astronomers are actually telling us that these types of meteors are not all that uncommon, but they say the fact that that asteroid happened yesterday in Russia simply has more people watching the skies tonight. And of course, one of those people, KPIX5 reporter David Jackson, joining us live now. And David, you saw it with your own eyes.
I sure did, Kristen. I'm not surprised there would be a lot of response to this because it was mighty bright up there in the sky. I've seen plenty of meteors over the years, and I don't recall seeing one with such a tail and for quite as bright, I guess, of a light as this particular one was. We're here working on another story in San Francisco at the time, driving in the van at the time, and I looked up immediately and saw this streak across what is for us the western sky looking toward the west, and immediately looked at people on the sidewalk all looking up and pointing as well. So yes, it was quite a moment, and with all the meteor activity that we've heard plenty about over the last couple of days, no surprise that people were even more sort of taken by what they had just seen, and were looking at each other and saying, did I really see that? But yes, it was remarkable and very interesting. We'll have more from the Mission District here coming up in just a few more minutes on yet another story. So right now, back to you.
All right, David, thank you for that report. Of course, our little fireball was really nothing compared to this monster. Take a look. Yeah, and the sound that went with it, a 10-ton space bomb that went off over Russia yesterday, powerful enough to knock down brick walls. But until those final seconds in the skies over Chelyabinsk, no one saw it coming. In this day and age, how is that possible? KPIX5's Sharon Chin tells us the answer pretty simple.
A bus-sized fireball exploded across the Russian sky. Dashboard video cameras captured the meteor soaring an estimated 33,000 miles an hour with a force of 20 World War II atomic bombs. The explosion shattered thousands of windows and injured about 1,000 people in Chelyabinsk. The sonic boom felt in homes and classrooms. Astronomers call it cosmic coincidence that the meteor struck on the same day that an asteroid passed near the Earth. But why did we know about the asteroid a year in advance, yet have no warning about the meteor?
It just snuck up on us, and that's not unusual for those small ones.
Gerald McKeegan, astronomer at Chabot Space and Science Center, says the meteor was too small to detect by ground telescopes and radar. The meteor was only a third the size of the asteroid. The asteroid was about as big as a supermarket, and McKeegan says we're lucky it missed us.
Something like that hits the ground, it's going to be pretty disastrous. It would be the equivalent of a 2.5 megaton nuclear bomb. You know, something if it hit downtown San Francisco, it would wipe out most of the city.
The meteor in Russia smashed into an icy lake about 70 miles outside of town. Scientists say they will study the space rocks, hoping to discover the origins of the solar system.
Some say what happened today is a wake-up call to better detect meteors and asteroids headed our way. In the Bay Area, some former astronauts are organizing a privately funded mission to build and launch an infrared telescope that orbits the sun and tracks asteroids and meteors before they hit the Earth.
I'm guessing somebody's going to organize a voyage to go into that lake and find what's down there.
There's absolutely, because we're talking about getting thousands of dollars, possibly more a pound. What makes them more valuable, these pieces, is the fact that they were documented and that they cost damage.
Wow.
A lot of money to be
Sometimes they're
made.
platinum, iron based, all kinds of different elements there.
Yes, good for profit and for research.
Right, sure. Thanks for that.
I saw a shooting star directly in front of me.
It looked like a lightning bolt.
Just saw two lights basically like right over there.
Just shone right over the whole bay. It was.
And here's a look at what they saw. This video sent to YouTube showing what appears to be a ball of fire streaking across the night sky.
Good evening. I'm Dan Ashley.
And I'm Amma Dateson for Carolyn Johnson.
Well, it has certainly been a strange 24 hours for things coming at us from space. The giant asteroid that came close to Earth, the meteor that exploded in Russia, and now tonight's breaking news, a meteor streaking across the Bay Area sky. ABC 7 News reporter Alan Wong is live at Chabot Space and Science Center in Oakland tonight. Alan, a lot of people saw this thing.
A lot of people saw it, and a lot of people were talking about it tonight. Many of those people up here came to see an asteroid passing by the Earth, but instead it's been like Christmas time for astronomers. Reports are coming in from around the bay, but mostly on the peninsula. A bright blue light streaking across the western sky at around 7:40 tonight. Someone claiming to have recorded the meteor while driving down 280 posted this video on YouTube. Another witness looked at the video and says it's what he saw as well. We caught up with some people who saw it at Ocean Beach in San Francisco.
Just it looked like like a flash of lightning. And that's basically what it looked like. And it was quick. It happened. I saw it twice. He saw it once or twice.
Like 3 times.
We just saw two lights basically like right over there.
Just shone right over the whole bay. It was crazy. It was like insane.
Apparently there was another bright meteor seen in the sky. Maybe not as bright as the one that was seen in Russia.
More people seem to be paying attention to the sky after a meteor slammed into Russia today. It streaked across the Siberian sky and smashed into the Earth with the power of an atomic bomb, injuring more than 1,000 people, mostly from broken glass. NASA says the meteor was about the size of a building and moving at 40,000 miles per hour.
The recent occurrences is probably what makes people interesting. That's definitely what has me up here.
What do you know about asteroids?
I know that they can be dangerous.
Meanwhile, another asteroid is passing very close to the Earth tonight. It's the closest any asteroid has ever gotten to the Earth. Stargazers came out to get a glimpse of a fuzzy dot on a video screen. 17,000 miles seems like a long distance, but the asteroid is so close to the Earth that astronomers say the Earth's gravity is bending its path.
Which means it does have some potential, although it doesn't have an immediate potential of hitting the Earth.
A lot of astronomical activity in the past 24 hours, but astronomers here say it's just a wonderful coincidence. Reporting live from the Chabot Space and Science Center in Oakland, I'm Alan Wong, ABC 7 News.
Just still odd, so close together. Alan, thanks very much. Well, people have been tweeting about this tonight. This from Texas girl Erin, who tweeted, "Just saw it from Market and 5th in San Francisco. Intense and colorful." And Kept Floatin' said there was a trail of bluish-white light for about 10 to 20 seconds. And this from Angela. "We were on 280 heading north when we saw a bright falling star, as my kids call it." Now, if you snapped a picture or video of the meteor tonight, we would certainly love to see it. Just send it to youreport@kgotv-tv.com.
Well, it is unlikely that a meteor will ever hit your home, but if it does, are you covered by insurance? 7 on your side's Michael Finney got some answers.
That is one of the things that is definitely covered under your homeowner's insurance policy. A lot of people may not realize it because it doesn't happen that often, but if it does, it is something that would be covered.
And you hope it doesn't. Tully Lehman, an insurance industry spokesman, also says damage from the meteor concussion, like we saw in Russia, would also be covered. Other events that would likely be covered under your homeowner's insurance include volcanoes, lightning strikes, and falling satellites.